Don't turn your head. You quit moving. You're not allowed to move. Prince of Maloney. August 11th, 2011. Hi. That's okay. You're loud. Hey, looky there. It's my bud.
To introduce Bill Maloney, but first I want to thank the ladies who organized this tonight. Tony, where are you at, Tony? Tony, Fleming, and Janet Weigel. Farm Bureau, I'm sure, how many Farm Bureau people are here? Farm Bureau. I've always said if I ever ran for office, I want Farm Bureau endorsement. That's a group I'd want to endorse. But it's my privilege tonight to introduce to you Bill Maloney. I met him probably about 3 years ago at a meeting in Charleston, and didn't see him for a while, and then all once I agreed that he has decided he's going to run for governor. So I will just turn this over to him, and some of you have met him. If you all haven't met him, when he's finished here, he's going to go back out there. He'll be around as long as you are to answer your questions out there. Okay?
Thank you. Thank you all for having me. It's great to be here. People that understand what hard work's all about, you get it. I mean, farmers are the backbone of our economy. I know we're here in West Virginia, but across America, without you, we wouldn't be where we are today. Thank you for all you do. And I got a few cheat sheets. Excuse me, I'm not a career guy. I've got to read a few things here. I'm not like Mr. McKinley. He's got it down, doesn't he? He's still got cheat sheets every once in a while. Cheat sheets. I used to have a little podium. But
where's the teleprompter?
Teleprompter. But a little background on me. I don't know all of you. I got in the drilling business back in 1984 and started from nothing. We had an idea to drill shafts for the coal mines, my partner and I. We were able to grow from a 2-person startup from nothing to a pretty good sized company. We had 150 people and drilled up to 18-foot diameter shafts for the mines all over the United States. And you know, it was amazing what we were able to do. Just set your mind to it, work hard, have a great team. You can do just about anything when you really do the right thing every day and work hard and have great people. And I feel the same way right now about West Virginia. You look at what we've got some great people, great ideas. We just got to get government out of the way. I mean, we've got,
Amen.
yeah, just overstepping our way every step of the way. But it wasn't always easy for me, and I think we just need some real world experience in Charleston. It seems like the folks that are running our government are career politicians. They've been there their whole lives. That's all they aspire to do is get their next job. You know, it's like they're entitled to it. And I'm in this because I want to help our state. I don't feel like I'm entitled to anything. You got to earn what earn what you reap. And I hope to earn this job. I'm working hard, and I just think our state has too much to offer to let it be run by career politicians. And I just want to share a few things with you that have come up here in the last couple of weeks. I think you all read CNBC rated West Virginia number 46 in business climate here last week, number 49 in business friendliness, and we continue to be last as far as judicial rankings. And what is it? We're called the worst judicial hellhole in America, year after year. But I don't know about you, I'm tired of all that, and we got to change some things and get our state on the right track.
Yeah.
But I believe our problems start at the top. Our political leaders have forgotten what's important. And not only in West Virginia, but in Washington. I mean, it seems like they take one bad decision and make it worse by trying to correct it. That's true. I mean, they've created a government that's way overdone and stagnated, working folks that try to get ahead and made it hard to raise a family. And we got to do something about it. I look at what we put up here in West Virginia. We've got a tax structure that's just out of control, regressive. I mean, I visited Fenton Glass today. I know the glass industry is tough, but you look what's happened to that family. They've been in business 3 generations, 4th generation working there, and they just can't make it. And we talked to George Fenton at length about the issues he's faced. And it's a lot of foreign competition and, people not collecting glass anymore, but a lot of it's inventory taxes, personal property taxes, things that we can do something about to make it easier for companies like that to stay here in West Virginia. He's got 100 people right now. It's going to go to nothing if he can't make it. He's got a lot of ideas, a lot of things he wants to do. He's just run out of money, run out of time. But I hate to see that. It drives me crazy. We got to help companies like that. Here in Parkersburg, I remember I had a nice shovel from was it Ames? Had a place here, and a lot of other companies used to be here. They're not here anymore. And our tax structure is one of the big things force them out of it. I look at our our court system here in West Virginia. We're real close to getting an intermediate court this last session. That's something I think we badly need. Companies would invest in West Virginia if they knew they had an automatic right of appeal. I know there's some things that were just changed in this last session where you have a right of appeal and they tell you, yeah, we ruled against you 3-2, and here's why. You don't really have a right of appeal. We need an intermediate court very badly. And there's a lot of other legal reforms we need to make it easier to do business. I know firsthand, I can tell you my insurance bill in West Virginia was almost $600,000 one year. And we went and bought a business in Australia, 3 drilling rigs, ready to go. I asked for the insurance quote, $3,000 a year. You sure? Yeah, we're sure. I thought there was something right. They could have made it higher, can't they? But the reason is because they have things that in the English tort system, you sue somebody, you lose, you pay the bill. Things like that, insurance costs down. We got to do things like that in West Virginia to make it easier to be in business. And you look at Texas, #1 economy, #1 job creator. Like 1/3 of the jobs in the last 2 years come from Texas. They just passed a loser pay law, just like the English system. We got to look at things like that. We got to look at things differently. And the other thing is the bureaucracies we've created in West Virginia. I'm still a certified water well driller. I know back when I was in business, I had to be certified crane operator, certified plumber, certified this, certified on. All you do is go to class, and you think it'd be a little easier to just be in business. It's way too much. So how many certifications you guys need to go out and farm? Are there quite a few? No, they've left you alone? Really? Wow, you're doing pretty good. Just a business license? You got the $25 Secretary of State thing every year. I know I filled those out a couple weeks ago. I almost forgot. But yeah, we just got to get the bureaucracies tamed down. But above all, we need leadership with a backbone in West Virginia. It doesn't seem like we have the leadership we need. We're not fighting back against Washington the way we should on issues like the EPA's out of control regulations. And it's not just coal mining. I mean, I know they're after the farming industry, especially in the panhandle. What is it, the Chesapeake Bay rules and all these other things about surface runoff. And, well, you can't let milk get out of your, where your cows are. I've heard some new regulations there. Is that true?
You got backed off on it finally.
They finally did?
Because they were going to do it because there's oil in milk. And
oh!
And the oil going in the water.
It's out of control. We were in Charlestown, and I heard a story about a lady trying to open a restaurant. She couldn't do it because she needed to put it in this 1,000-gallon tank to handle all the grease off her, degreaser. So you can't even open a restaurant without doing things for the EPA. It's out of control. And there's the Office of Surface Mines, and then there's that ultimate thing, Obamacare, which, well, we need to get rid of that.
How about the
I know there's a few things that we need to do with healthcare, but that mandate from the top that I can't begin to understand. And Congressman McKinley has this big chart he brings, puts them on the wall. And I had somebody try to explain it to me that should know what they're talking about. I can't figure it out. I don't know if anybody can. It's just federal government run amok. But if I'm elected governor, we'll figure out a way to be the 27th state to sue and get rid of Obamacare. I'll tell you that.
Amen.
Gotta go. Speaking of that, we do need a new attorney general to help with that, but that's a year off. Mark Sorsay's got a good idea. We've been talking quite a bit about how to do that. I don't think it is that hard to do. What else have I got here? I think I covered all these things. Oh yeah, you look at an issue right now that's facing our state and the lack of leadership. This Marcellus Shale, to me, it's a huge opportunity. And there's a lot of different interest groups that are way out here and way over here. And we need to get in the middle and come up with common sense regulations so people can invest and develop the Marcellus. It's a huge opportunity for our state, but we need some common sense people to come up with what needs to be done. We had an issue come out, we had a position paper come out here about a week ago. It's in the Daily Mail. You can go to our website and look at all the details. But I mean, we need to protect property owners, we need to protect royalty owners, mineral owners, everybody. But do it in a common sense way, not have a moratorium. That doesn't make any sense at all. Our state could benefit greatly if we develop this Marcellus the right way. I mean, you talk about getting rid of the OPEB debt, that could help pay down the OPEB debt. You talk about fixing roads, there's enough money there, if we get the development right, we could be fixing our roads with some of that severance money we're getting. But we got to do it the right way, and it takes leadership to get it done. And I look at what's going on in the legislature. There's a session, I think, tomorrow. Supposedly the acting governor is going to have a press conference at 2 o'clock to come up with some emergency rules. I think we forced his hand on that one. But I mean, we've got to do the right thing, and we can really have a huge opportunity for our state. It's like something comes along every 50 years or so, every 100 years. It's huge. I don't think people know how huge it is.
That's never been before. It's
No.
not as much as Saudi Arabia, so, you know, we can sit here, or Ohio and Pennsylvania will take it.
Exactly. And then there's a Utica shale below that.
Yeah, and that's even
And that's got some
more
oil in
BTU.
it. Right. I don't know all the geology, but that comes right down through here from what I understand.
Yeah, you can go on the web and
Yeah.
get a map.
Right.
It's
Huge
here.
opportunities. We can tell Saudi Arabia to just stay over there.
Yeah.
And Libya and all the rest of it. We can be energy independent. We can start right here in West Virginia.
The acting governor, we're gonna replace him pretty soon, aren't we?
Oh, yeah, we're working on that. I love this crowd. This is fun. I lost my page. All right, where are we going here? Yeah. You look at people say, well, you've never done this before. You know, how are you going to get this done? I'll just tell you this. You give me a chance and elect me, and if I'm not living up to your commitments, fire me. It's only a year and 3 months. Fire me. I've had to earn everything in my career, and if I don't do a good job, fire me. And I'll question Mr. Tomlin to take that same stance. Really. I'm not entitled to this office like some people think they're entitled to it. You have to earn it. But as I said, I'm not obligated to anyone. I'm just sick of good old boy network and the same old way of doing business in West Virginia. And the time is right for some fresh energy, some new ideas. Because our state, I'll just relate my experience in Chile to you. Some of you already heard this, but you know, I had a fellow we helped start named Brandon Fisher in a little place in Westover back in 1998. He had an idea to drill holes with downhole hammers, drill bigger holes. And I ended up selling that, my interest back in 2003, but we kept up. And when I heard those guys were buried, and it was going to take 4 months to get them out of the ground down in Chile, I just knew there's a better way. And after a couple days of communicating back and forth with the site, I was told, now, I suggested downhole hammer. And I was told that's unproven and it'll never work. Never work. And Brandon was working on the same thing, and a week later, we were on a plane together to Chile, and things just came from here, there, and everywhere. And we became Plan B. And Plan B worked. We were able to drill a hole, 33 days we got those. People don't realize that was West Virginia technology, started right in Westover, West Virginia. A lot of good ideas come out of West Virginia. And I'll use this analogy. We were able to rescue those miners from 2,100 feet down in a deep, dark hole in 33 days. And we need to rescue our state from the last 80 years of one-party rule and get them out of their deep, dark hole. It can be done. West Virginia's got so many great things to offer. Our natural resources, our waterways, look at our forests, your efforts in growing things and raising livestock. I mean, we just got our people. I have the best people working for me, the most dedicated, loyal workforce you can have. But we got to just turn things around and get government out of the way, make it easier to be in business and easier to keep our families. I look at my 2 kids. They're in Charlotte, North Carolina. And a lot of families, I bet if I ask all you got all your kids here? Anybody? No, they're all gone. There's no opportunities. You got them all here? Wow. You too? That's impressive. Usually there's, well, it's 3 out of 100. Or whatever. But I mean, we got to, West Virginia is a great place to raise a family. We just need to keep the families here. And we can do it. Just got to start someplace. But thank you all for having me, and I'll get back out here and have a cup of coffee and be willing to talk to all of you. It's been great here. And I got to point out, Mick, you got your Vanna White thing going? No. We've got stickers and little brochures. We'll have signs in later this week, Miss Tony, and we'll get them right to you. You'll be first, okay? All right.
That's a promise.
We'll come outside and I'll talk as long as you want.
And we got plenty of food too.
But thank you all for having me, and with your help, we can lead West Virginia into the 21st century. We should be in.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Graham. Yeah, would you like to say something?
Since you organized this thing.
Well, we really appreciate all of you coming. We were expecting a lot more, but I think the storm had something to do with it.
Both ways.
That's right. And I wanted to tell Mr. Maloney also that it isn't only Republicans here. I'd say there's a good many Democrats.
And we're all West West Virginia,
That's
right?
a good thing.
That's right.
Right.
So, we believe in you, so.
Thank you for being here. Thank you. And I'll stick around as long as you want out here. I need a cup of coffee to get back to Bordertown anyway. Thank you.
I would like to just say one other thing. We have our newest delegate with us tonight, Anna Porter. We're going to miss Larry, but Anna's with us and she's going to carry on. Lobbyist for Farm Bureau. Would you want to say a word, Don? He runs us in Johnston all the time. He's with South Point.
Yeah, just good to be here, and I would reiterate what Tony said about the mix of the group, because classic conversation I like to share with people was one night a gentleman called me in Finland for about 25 minutes and said, "You guys just endorse Republicans." And we talked for nearly an hour, had a good conversation, and we were quite friendly at the end of it. And I explained to him, if you look at our endorsements on a given year, that our people study the issues, study the candidates, and then make their decision. And it's generally about a 50-50 split. And I found out at the end of the conversation that he and his brother, one registered Republican, one registered Democrat, and had a heated conversation, and I got caught in the middle of it. But it's good to hear what you had to say this morning. I've heard it before, and very refreshing. Our group will be looking at this process on July 29th. And you've got some fresh ideas. And as you said, West Virginia, I don't know why people are so happy with us being 46th, 48th, 49th in that judicial hellhole. I've been around this for 5 years, and I mean, it comes out every year that we're right there #1. And we deserve better. People deserve better.
Yes.
But appreciate you coming out, and I appreciate the opportunity to share with us.
Here's Shane. He works for Lynn. I'm sorry. Too many Shanes now. Would you like to say a word on behalf of McKinley?
It's good to see all you guys. Happy to see everyone supporting a good candidate in Normal